I'm going to share with you how to deploy your Django applications to Heroku. I'm trying to keep it very simple and going to follow the steps in my Medium article. And if you would like to have a look, I will leave the link below. So what we are going to do first is to create a Heroku app on our Heroku account. And I might have, I will delete the application that I had earlier for testing. If you don't have that limitation problem in your account, you don't have to delete it. And now I'm creating a new application. I'm going to name it the way I created here. It must be like my Django test server. Yeah. And after creating this, we are going to add a build pack here, which is in somewhere here. Yeah. A Python build pack. Since we are going to work with Django, we are going to add Python build pack. Now, here we have our URL, which we will be using in creation of our projects in the following steps. But that's all we are going to do for now with our Heroku account. So next thing is to start a terminal on your desktop or anywhere you want to create your project. Let's copy this part. Get this working. And we are going to go inside this project folder. And the next thing is to open the project in our IDE. I prefer to use Visual Studio Code, but you're of course free to use whatever you want. And now the next step is create the virtual environment, activate it, install Django, and run server. Actually, this is all our project is going to do. It's a very simple beginning project. All we are targeting here is to deploy it on Heroku. So I'm creating the project by running this code from the virtual environment. We've already created the project. I created the virtual environments. Now I'm activating the environments. Yeah, you may want to keep it very simple that you want to keep the virtual environment active all the time. Yeah, and now we are going to install the Django. Install Django. Sometimes it's easier to just type rather than copy pasting, right? Now, actually, once Django is installed, our project, our simple project is done. We're going to see that it's going to run on our local machine, local host, but no problem. We want it to be running on Heroku, right? Let's go to Python, manage.py. No, of course not this one. Server. Yeah, we successfully see this on our local host. But storage starts right here. And as you can see, this is the look we're supposed to see at this progress. You can stop the server as I'm going to, or you can start a new terminal, but don't forget to activate it as I give an attention in my article as well. And let's install the G Unicorn, which is an essential for Heroku deployment. This is actually the last packet, that's the last module we are going to install to our project. And we're simply going to write the installed package to requirements.txt file by this commands. Okay, as you can see, we have the requirements.txt file right here. And the next thing is that you can, of course, create this manually, like with the right-click things, but to make sure that we are creating the files in the same directory, I prefer to create them with comments. So we are going to create a git ignore file right here. Yeah, git ignore. It's empty right now, but as I've said in my article, let's actually go to the original version. As I said in my article, we are going to use a templates for that. So you can reach that template on the link. Actually, it's a very common template. You can find it on GitHub. But I simply linked the raw version of that. We are going to paste it here. If you have named your virtual environment differently on purpose, or you just made a typo, you can simply edit here. If you named it correctly, it's all right, like VNV or ENV are the common ones, common names for virtual environments. Yeah, we created our git ignore as well. And last thing is also what is crucial for Heroku is that for file, make sure you don't have any extension to this. Actually, this is one of the reasons I prefer to create them on comment, because you create what you type on command line, right? But if you right click here, you might accidentally create a txt file. Make sure it's not a txt file here. Yeah, we created our prop file. Now what we are going to do is just simply paste this line to our profile. You make sure that the name here is the name of your project name. Again, you might want to name your project differently. So don't forget it. Don't forget to fix it. Yeah. Now we are going to do some changes on our settings. I'm going to add this line, the settings file on the project. Let's go to the settings file and simply add this line. What this line means is that one expected expression. Yeah, I see that the medium is changing the characters, so I need to fix this. If you paste it and this happens, you can simply change it to that. Yeah, this part is the local host, and this part is the Heroku application URL. And let's see where we can see if you can find your URL. This is my project settings tab, and here is my Django test, my DJ test server. I just tried to show this on the article as well. Okay. We will do two changes. We will make two changes on our settings file. The first one is to add allowed hosts. Second one is static roots. For that, we will first import OS on top of the settings file and add the static roots. You can add this anywhere simply. It's no problem, but to make it semantically consistent, I guess, it's better to put it here, static URL below or above. It's not a problem. Yeah. Finally, actually, we are done with the setups. You can run the Heroku line, Heroku comment to make sure you have the Heroku CLI. If you haven't set up the CLI, Heroku CLI, you can go to the links below. I will leave some links below, or you can use the linkage on the article. So as you might have noticed, we have not created any repository yet. So what I'm going to do is to create a repository here. But before that, we are going to log in to our Heroku accounts by simply writing Heroku and press any key other than Q. Yeah, we are logged in. Right. What we are going to do now is initialize a repository and then link this repository with the app we have just created on Heroku. Let's find that app. Be sure. Oh, it's not project. It's server. Okay, I will say it's server. Okay, not a big problem. You will change this part to your application's name anyways. And what we are going to do is simply add the changes, commit them, and yes, replace this. Let me copy this part and commit my own message again. Session, show commit. Yeah, actually, this is the end. Hopefully we will, actually this is the end. Hopefully we will see our projects running on Heroku. Yeah, by pressing Control and clicking, you can see that okay. So since I copy and paste it, the project part has changed. So I will go like allowed. Yeah, I will change this project to server. Okay. Again, git ads. Git commits. I will say allowed URLs fix with suffix, right? Again, prefer to keep these columns in the videos because it's good to witness such problems as long as they're not boring and they're not being stuck on the problem. This might have happened to you, so I hope it is helpful to see such problems being fixed. That's very slow. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, successfully we deployed our simple Django application to Heroku. I hope it was helpful to you and see you in the next videos.